The Unsigned Podcast.
And that's why you're not allowed to touch the desk.
Green means go, doesn't it?
And red means record.
It does, yeah.
Well, that was 2 minutes and you lot are never getting.
Beautiful, yeah.
Izzii Grace is here.
Hello, hello, hello. Can I clap myself? I'm clapping myself now.
Clap yourself.
Is that how we're starting? We're just
Yeah, we'll just get into
We're
it.
getting straight in.
Just get into it.
carnage.
You got throw people off,
you
you
just
know.
turned it off, so they're not going to
Yeah,
see that anyway, are
Are
they?
they not?
Or we have to be a re-sync. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Welcome to the Unsigned
you for having
Podcast.
me.
Your sort of second-ish appearance.
Yes,
Ish.
my physical appearance.
Yes.
Not like just my voice in the corner.
Yeah.
Instead.
Because you were here supporting. I'm going to take this off. I think I'll be all right. It's a bit chilly, isn't it? But
Oh, I'm going to stick to the
A bit
jacket.
comfortable.
yeah.
I've got holes in my arms, so I have to.
Holes in,
In
your
the arm or the...
arms?
In the t-shirt.
In the t-shirt.
Oh,
God.
as in it's old.
As I know, like a t-shirt would fold up, like the sleeves would fold up and they've been stitched.
Right.
That stitch and has come out at some point, so it's
Oh.
just a hole from where the stitch, and it's a big hole
Oh, you have a big hole.
on my arm.
Right, okay, good. Good stuff. So, yeah, you were here when Eliza May was here.
Yes, I was. I got dragged along. No, it was great.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't realise you were obviously... She mentioned it, didn't she? She was like, oh, I'm bringing my friend Izzii along.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool, whatever.
Just a random person.
Yeah, I didn't put two and two together.
No, you
And-
wouldn't though, because obviously she's all like in Birmingham
yeah.
normally, and we seem like very separate entities
Yeah.
until we're together. We're basically the same person.
Yeah, how did that come about then?
Through TikTok, actually.
Oh, did it?
It was really, really weird. Like I've met a few like musicians through TikTok,
Hmm.
and like I find it really strange because like online personalities are very different to like who you are in person sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was really worried like when we met that she would be like more calm because I'm not. I'm insane online and I'm insane in person.
Right.
And I was like, oh God, I'm going to freak this girl out. And she stayed for a whole weekend. I was like, we've never met before.
Wow.
We've met online. I'm insane. And she's coming to my house. Like this sounds like it's setting up for murder at this point.
Was that the first time you two had done that then?
Yeah.
When she came here?
No.
Oh,
So she came around.
right.
I don't even know what it was. It was like the end of lockdown.
Right, okay.
She came and visited. It was so bizarre, but it was one of like the nicest weekends
Yeah.
I've ever had. We just did like touristy shit. It was amazing.
So where are you from originally then?
Sorry.
Oh, you're from Surrey. I see.
Yeah. So I'm not even like far away at all.
No.
But like traveling to London was always like, oh, I'm going for like a day trip. It was kind of
Yeah.
exciting. Now I'm kind of hearing it's not as exciting wandering around. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll go get the tube again.
Yeah, I know. It's sort of
Favourite
novelty
thing.
wears off, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But when she visits, we try and do like a few different things and stuff. But she's
Yeah.
been a load of times now. She's even like supported one of my gigs, which was really strange, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Where was that?
The road trip in Shoreditch.
Right, okay.
It was at the beginning of the year. So like we hadn't even known each other that long.
Right.
We basically went, you seem all right, stay at my house, come and do a gig, and now visit many times. And I'm seeing her next weekend as well.
Are you? What, here or in Birmingham?
Here.
Oh, wow.
My friend's got his like album like launch party.
Oh, cool.
And I'm supporting him, so she's coming down for like the weekend,
Nice.
Nice.
which is very exciting.
Where's that event?
The Jago?
Oh.
I'd think about that. And it was in Dalston. I was like,
Right.
that's as far as my knowledge goes.
And who is your friend?
His name is Matt, or Ghost and Leviathans. He does
Right.
like hyper pop.
Cool.
So I got to crack out all
I
my,
don't feel like that would be
Yeah.
your genre.
I don't even know what that is. Is that bad?
I don't know. Well, no, I don't. I just imagine it's pop that's sort of like.
Yeah, it's really intense, like pop.
Okay.
It's quite clever, to be honest. It's I really like it. Like it takes like the cliche pop sound and then just goes, here's a ton more synth that you didn't want and a load of bass drops. So
Okay.
it's like it's very intense. But yeah, he does all of that. So I'm doing like a electro pop support act for him,
Nice.
which is kind of exciting. I haven't cracked out my backing tracks in a while.
I was going to say, what is your setup there? Because a lot of your music is quite synthy and bassy.
Yeah,
Like, what is the setup when you're performing?
So it now has changed. So it
Right.
started off during lockdown, I started making music and all I could do was from my like cellar was synth stuff. So I was like,
Right.
we're just going to create pop. And I tried my best to like make it as like R&B as I wanted to and like merge a few different genres. But
Yeah.
I kind of found this very strange like ethereal sound of like very spacey vocals and synth stuff. And then when I did gigs after that, when I came to London, I did backing tracks because it just made more sense
Yeah.
than like trying to learn anything like on keys or drag around like a guitar.
Yeah.
Especially because like I used to play instruments. So I do play instruments, but I stopped gigging with them. So I was like, I don't want to come to London and give them a really shit show. Like,
Yeah. You should have the backing tracks there.
Yeah,
it's going to be perfect.
exactly.
No one's going to mess up.
Exactly.
No,
So
the show. I didn't reference something. I won't.
No.
But yeah, so I used to do that, and then at the end of last year, I got a band,
Right.
and that's where like my style has kind of changed. Now I record with them, so my last song was full like recording day I spent with them. It was very overwhelming.
How does that work then with your band? Are they like Izzii Grace and
Yeah, I would say it's like Izzii Grace and these people
these people?
who are willingly coming on stage with me at this point.
Right.
We haven't actually got like a name for like the rest of the band.
What would be a good name
I
for a
don't
band?
know.
It's just and something, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
But it was really, really strange going from like the electro pop stuff to then having like a live band, because a lot of parts weren't written. Like there was no guitar parts. So when Neve joined, I was like, do what you want. Do whatever you want.
Neve's in your band?
Yes.
I know Neve. Or I know I know of Neve, right? So
Okay.
basically I went to Gia Lily's gig in
Ah,
Hoxton.
Yes, yes, yes.
and
I
Neve
remember
was
them doing
supporting.
that. Yes.
Were you there?
I wasn't there.
I was going to say
couldn't
that would
make
have been
it.
like
I probably would have said hi if I was there.
No, exactly. I was like
Just
rude.
avoiding you, just like, I've seen Matt.
He's back. He's here.
He's
again.
here. He's everywhere.
Yeah, no, me and Charlotte went to watch Gia, and then Neve played
Yeah.
with her band, and then and there was another guy as well, Sean
Mendes.
Launton, I want to say. I followed him anyway, but yeah.
For a casual gig, for
It
sure.
could have been.
But then we watched Gia. I thought Neve was great. I thought
They're
that
so good.
she was great. I just thought
Honestly.
they didn't really have a lot. I think a lot of people were there for Gia and whoever the main act was. I didn't
Yeah.
stay for the main act because it was fucking miles away.
Yeah.
So I stayed for Gia.
Oh, I thought Gia was the main act.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the main acts were very like I can't exactly remember what they were called, but they were Gia was supporting them,
Right.
and then Neve was on, and then it was I think it was Sean before Neve. But yeah, she was great. It was just,
Yeah.
I sort of wish that they couldn't quite get the audio right on them. Not Neve.
I know the gig you're talking about.
It just felt a
Neve's
bit like
spoken about this
yeah.
gig.
I couldn't hear her.
Yes, yeah.
The bass was so loud.
Yeah, we were saying about it, and they were like,
As it should be.
Fucking basses.
Turn it up, that's why I
Yeah.
said
It was too loud, Rob.
nothing else but bass.
It was literally all about the bass.
Yeah, they said about that gig and how the sound was just not right.
It just didn't really sound. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not calling out the sound engineer, but it didn't.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Looks like it as well.
I don't pretend to be an expert on anything that I talk about on here.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Like,
No,
absolutely
obviously
nothing.
not.
No, I really don't. But I know if I can hear things or not.
Yeah.
Like it's not. And on the night, I couldn't
Yeah.
hear it when it was. So Gia performed with. She performed, and then she had
Sam.
Callum,
Close enough.
Oh,
her boyfriend, playing guitar next to her. And they balanced that quite well. Gia
Yeah.
actually sings quite quietly, but it did balance quite well. Whereas with Neve, it sounded like everything was just at full max,
Yeah.
so you couldn't hear anything
they had
individually.
a really weird gig with that as well, because like they went out to get food between like it starting and like sound check, and when they were coming back in as well, the security guards were like, "Oh, if you're not in the band, you have to wait out here." And then they were like, "We need to see all your IDs as well." I was like, "You've literally seen me. I'm coming to do the
God.
gig." So it was not. I don't think it was a great night for them, but
I could tell. I felt like she
Yeah.
was getting quite annoyed, and
yeah, I can see that.
it was difficult because like there wasn't that many people up at the front watching them because it did seem a very heavy Gia crowd and whoever the headliners were.
Yeah, it's like such a difficult thing coming to a gig and like who's going to be there? Oh,
Yeah, exactly. So
Or
there was a
everyone
few
else.
people that they knew were at the
Yeah.
front, like 4 or 5 people or whatever. And then me and Charlotte were sort of sat at the back having a drink and just watching from afar. But I sort of felt bad, like, because it was like, "Oh, come up if you want to come up." And I was like, "Oh, I'd love to, but I don't like."
yeah, it's
I just don't want to.
I'm a 35-year-old bald fella going to look at some teenagers play music,
It's coming
like
back.
on my
hair
own.
is growing
Charlotte
back.
work.
We're not
Charlotte-
breezing past that. The hair is growing back.
It's not like, right. I've told you a million times. I do shave it. Like I do shave my head. It's called Skull Shaver. Skull Shaver. Come on, give us a sponsorship. Yeah, I use Skull Shaver. But if I didn't, it runs away here and it runs away here.
Got
so
an
you might as
idea.
well commit.
Got
Hear
an
me
idea.
out.
Right.
No, Movember.
Right.
I will do Movember
Yeah.
if you don't touch that for a month.
Oh, what are you going to do?
I ain't contributing to this.
Oh, let me think about it.
That's a genuine offer.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Do whatever this turns into
Right.
if you don't touch that.
Can I pass it past? I've got to pass it past the boss, I think.
So she's,
I've got to get approval from the boss.
Yeah.
So would I.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, I did used to have long hair. Like, not as long, maybe not. No, I did. I used to have, like, quite long hair. I shared it in our Future Hits group.
like Manesha's got.
Right, for the people watching who can't see Manish, he literally, could you do a hair?
It's just like,
It was more sass than that.
yeah.
This old thing.
Maybe not quite as long as Manish's, but it was pretty long. But I still had a massive forehead, so it's like can't get around that.
Can't escape.
Can't escape the forehead.
I mean,
Stop looking.
I can't.
No.
Put the hat back on it. That's better. Looks like you. I should block it out.
Fuck off. Where were we? Neve. So how do you know Neve then? How
Yeah,
did she
so,
become part of the band?
It's actually a really, really weird one as well. I did a gig where I met Matt for the first time last year on a boat. Yeah. It was
Not
like,
me.
No.
Kayak. You met each other on a kayak?
No.
Oh.
But it was like a, what they called, like a silent disco,
All right.
but with like a gig. So everyone had like headphones on, they played like the backing tracks through and you performed, obviously. And I met Matt there, and it also turns out Neve was there. And that's when they like...
Who's Matt?
Matt is Ghost in the Vice, my friend who I did the gig with.
Right.
So he was there.
Sorry.
You listening?
Yeah, I got
So you
confused.
turn your
Like by
headphones
the
up to know what's going
I
on.
got confused. Sorry.
But so Neve actually came to support her friend that was performing, and
Right.
we didn't speak. We literally didn't see each other. They followed me on Instagram, and I was like, it's just a mutual friend now, like a musician person that knows me somehow. And then I put out an ad for like getting a guitarist in my band, and they messaged me, and we ended up voice noting, which is like my favourite form of like contact.
I noticed.
Yeah, it's so much easier for my brain.
Yeah.
But,
One voice note.
Yeah, that's it. It's good enough. But we ended up like voice noting back and forth. And I was like, they had the right energy for my band. So they literally just came to one rehearsal. We met for the first time. And then we were like very close as well. Like we hung out on Sunday. They're
Nice.
so talented as well. Like they're so good. But
I saw like something on your Instagram with you two performing somewhere, and I was like, oh, fucking hell. Like,
yeah.
So weird how it
So yeah, when
links.
I do like acoustic gigs, I normally bring Neve along. I
Right.
get forced into it, but they do backing vocals and they play guitar very well, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But we've got really good compliments on those gigs as well. People keep telling us we should be like a comedy duo, because we've got the same slightly unhinged sense of humour, and when things go wrong, we kind of love it.
Right.
But
Well, go on.
it's
You were
good.
going to ask that one.
No.
I was going to say, what's the worst thing that's gone wrong?
The worst thing that's gone wrong, like, on a gig ever. To be honest, before the gig, once my guitar fell off and then it like screwed up the tuning completely.
Right.
And then the tuner broke. So I was on stage in front of people like, I don't know how the hell this is going to be fixed in any way, shape or form. And I did a gig once where the intonation of my guitar decided to just completely fuck up.
Right.
So every chord sounded wrong.
Oh, dear.
And then I think with band gigs, we've had it was a one recently at the Bedford, and it cracked me up. I blame Matt for this entirely. I feel so bad for Matt. I love him so much. But we got on stage and we were going to do a transition between the songs that we have rehearsed and practiced. And I go over to Matt and I'm like, it's going to go from Hope You're Happy Now into Nice Guys, yeah? And he was like, yeah, that sounds good. And the transition happened and he just didn't play.
Right.
And there's like Lauren on the drum, like just kicking, and then Matt, Scott can't come in without Matt coming in.
Right.
Oh, no.
And Neve plays a harmony line. So I'm just there like, someone is going to start at some point, right? So I just had to start explaining the song. I was like, God damn it.
It's live
I was-
music.
Oh, it was
Yeah, it
so
happens.
funny. It was so funny. I was
It's
like,
good that you found it funny, though.
Yeah,
'cause
I find it just
as like the
hilarious.
lead, you could have been like, what the fuck are you doing? You could have called him out proper.
oh no, I love it. I love when I do really like when things go wrong. I did a gig with pint-sized performances or something like that, productions, and I forgot my songs. I played
Right.
one song and I was going to play, I led it up perfectly as well. I was like, this first song is about my type in men, and then the second song is about my ideal type of men, which are sugar daddies. And I was like, this has led it up perfectly. The song's going to make sense. And then I forgot the next song, and then I forgot Hoodies, which I play frequently.
Was your latest single?
Yeah,
right?
and I was literally like, how have I forgotten everything? I ended up doing stand-up instead because I was
Brilliant.
like, I don't know what to do right now.
As you do.
Because I was like, honest, I just basically, if I make a mistake, just fuck it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's good to have that attitude though,
I
because
just-
some people
yeah.
could crumble under that sort of pressure. Couldn't
Yeah, I agree. And I definitely have before, like years ago, but I've been performing for so long now that I could literally get like punched in the face on stage and I'd probably be like,
Don't
let's
do
go.
that.
Please don't punch me.
Don't do that.
Well,
But like something
the
could
gig
happen.
I imagine your gigs are quite like rowdy at times
Yeah.
as admissions. But have you ever had any sort of fights happening, like, or have you witnessed anything like that?
yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not as admissions.
Oh right.
No, before we came into admissions, we did the cover band stuff.
Yeah.
So when
Foregone conclusion. No, that wasn't. That was
So,
the Ricky Gervais.
our cover band, while we was playing in Grays.
Yeah.
Do you know Grays well?
I know of Grays.
So was playing
Bypass it on the way to Lakeside.
well, yeah, was smart decision. Was playing in a pub called the Traitor's Gate.
That obviously
Okay.
you'd play a gig
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It, it's rough. There's no easy way of putting. Like, you see things in there that you don't question. You go in the toilet, you just head down, get out, kind of place.
That's what I do in every
Leave
toilet.
until you were never there. Yeah.
yeah, do that in the toilet. What's going on
Start
in there?
shaking hands.
Anyway, was playing Smash Mouth. Was playing Smash Mouth All Star,
Yep.
and
Interesting.
a fight just broke out in front of us. And-
What a great soundtrack to a fight. Did
Honestly,
you carry on?
no, we did. So look, it was the first time we'd seen it. We was like 19, 20 at the time. So we
Right.
were like, what the fuck is going on? I look around at the drummer who's from Grays. He was like, just go over it.
Just leave it.
Just keep
Ignore
going.
him.
The bouncers like watched it for a little bit and went, all right, we'll break it up now.
Oh my God.
And they just dragged him out. And I was like,
Anyways.
That's great.
I was like, I just can't focus. It was intense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Good
don't know
stuff.
what the hell.
Yeah.
Ever had a fight at a gig?
There you go. There's an advert for Grays.
Yeah.
Russell Brand's from there as well, so you know that's.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I don't know if I'll be visiting. Like,
So stand-up comedy, is that something legit that you're interested in, or is that just a case that you fall back on that as and when you need to?
so like, it's something that I've really been interested in, and I decided to have that dream crushed very quickly when my mum was like, "You can't do stand-up; they're all depressed." And I was just there like, "Okay, mum, let's not talk about my mental health now." Like,
Oh, no.
so I was like, which
Stand-up
is the-
comedians are all depressed.
Always like, because like, I think her take on it was like, if you're really funny, you're kind of compensating.
Right.
Like, it's like you tend to hide things with humour.
So what are musicians doing then?
Exactly the same thing, but my mum finds it's like a prettier way of putting, I guess,
Oh,
my
right.
mum.
Okay.
But it was just so funny that she said that, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm never gonna bring that up again. And then like when I've been performing, things go wrong, so I obviously just make a joke out of it, and
Yeah.
I realised that actually it goes quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it humility
Yeah.
Yeah.
that makes a comedian successful? I
Yes.
guess.
Oh, there you go.
I've learned that
I
before.
went and saw some stand-up at the weekend.
You did. How was it?
Where
It was
was
good.
it?
It was at Vauxhall Comedy Club.
Yeah, I was really hoping you'd say that because I really like it. It's
Mate,
really
it
good.
was- so I've never been there before. So it was Dan Nightingale, who's part of the Have a Word podcast. Big fan of that podcast. Big fan of his. Never had the opportunity to see him like live or anything. And Vauxhall was the closest one to
Yeah.
me, right? Being I'm in Essex and Vauxhall's nowhere near Essex.
Nope.
But there we go.
Close
So
enough.
anyway, I'm not digging at him. I'm saying. So it was a Vauxhall Comedy Club, and we went down there, and I didn't really do my research, and I just imagined it would just be a comedy club in Vauxhall. Didn't realise that it was like you go in.
Yeah.
and it's like under the viaduct. It's almost like, you know where Hot Box is in Chelmsford. It's like under the viaducts, right? So this is
Yeah.
under the viaducts of Vauxhall, right? Vauxhall Station. But you go in and there's like food stalls,
Yeah,
there's
it's
bars,
really
there's a
nice.
stage, there was DJ playing, there was like loads of people there. Like it must
Yeah,
have
because
been.
I think people can just go there.
Yeah,
Just go
for
in
like a day
for like
out,
food
really.
and get
So there was
drinks
like,
and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know what it was for, but there was loads of people there, all dancing and having a good time and stuff on a Sunday afternoon. and it was mad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the atmosphere
really,
was
really
great.
nice. I went there once for like a £5. It was like £5 for like a comedy night,
Yeah.
and there was like 10 comedians. I had the best time. I was like,
Yeah.
this is such good money. Like,
Well, it was so good. Like we
It's
went,
so
we saw it was
good.
Vittorio Angeloni, and then Dan, and it was fucking brilliant. But
yeah.
it was I got a bit weird, not weird.
Oh no!
No, but you know when like right, put it this.
Did you say hello?
He said hello to me.
Oh, no, fucking hell. What did you do?
I didn't kiss him or anything. I would have. No, I saw like
Contemplate it.
basically like Vittorio. We were in the queue, and Vittorio walked because we didn't know who the support act was going to be, and I was hoping it was going to. I was secretly hoping it was going to be Ishan Akbar because I really want to see him, right? But it wasn't. It was Vittorio, who's also great, and he walked out, and I was with a mate who knows nothing to do with Have a Word, knows nothing to do with like these sort of comedians and stuff. And I was like, it's Vittorio. He was like, I don't know who he is. I was like, okay, whatever. So I knew he was going to be support act. Anyway, as we walked in and stuff, and we went and sat down, and it was like, oh, like the performance isn't starting for a half hour. I thought, I'll go and get another drink. And as I walk by, Dan's just standing there, just like taking a photo of like the crowd waiting for everything to start. And I was like, oh, sorry. And he was like, no, you're right, bud, go on. And I was like, oh. And I was like, ooh. Go on, start. And I was a bit like, not
Did you get a little
starstruck.
picture with him?
No, I didn't want to ask. Oh, I'll tell you who I saw there.
He had
though.
the camera out.
Literally,
No, I
it's
know.
like ready.
Should have gone right there.
I didn't. I didn't want to be that
Yeah,
guy.
No.
Sam was there though, drummer from Lucetta's.
I did think that when you mentioned about the ticket,
Oh yeah,
he was the first person that came to mind.
Yeah,
once
he went.
They were big fans.
he was there, and I bumped into him. I was having a chat with him for a little bit, and then whoever he was with did go and get a photo with Dan, and I was like, oh, it's a
damn it.
missed opportunity.
Could have been me.
Should have done it.
Yeah, I should have, but I didn't. I bottled it. But that was like, bearing in mind with what I don't know, I've never, well, not that we've had this conversation before, but it wasn't like a starstruck moment. It was
No.
just that's quite cool.
It's that person.
Yeah, and I remember you saying about like Ricky Gervais or something like that.
He would be my go-to if
Yeah.
if the opportunity ever presented itself.
But it
again.
did when you were working the
It
previous
did, yeah,
job.
yeah.
That's what my point was.
Yeah. But if I wasn't in a professional capacity
Oh right.
and was just at a gig, I would.
Lizzie met him the other day.
Really?
Yeah, so she was working
Yep.
at an awards thing.
I saw. Yeah. I saw when I saw the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looked awkward.
Yeah,
I've heard.
trying to drag people.
Yeah,
in.
yeah, I did see
know.
that. Yeah.
But, yeah. So she met quite a few cool people at that. I think quite cool. Quite jealous. Anyway, yeah. So I went to a comedy night. So
Yeah,
you should do
support
comedy.
that, yeah.
There you go. There's your tedious link.
Yes.
I'd love to do
Full
stand-up
circle.
comedy.
Do you know you would be?
It'd be
Who's
so
there?
much fun.
I want to say Dylan Moran.
No idea.
Oh, great.
No idea.
You would be like a Jack D. You would be like that. Like you're not.
I could take that.
Yeah, but you're.
It's like good enough.
That's quite a big name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
I went for someone who I thought you'd know, but I think that you're
Not that you'd be successful, just
you're fun. Right, put it this way:
I'd like to
you
go
are
for-
funny.
Thank you.
You are funny, and you make me laugh a lot. But you do like.
as far as it goes.
There we
But-
go. Just like audience.
But you're like. We've called you a pessimist on the show before,
Yeah.
on the podcast before.
Realist.
Wherry.
Realist.
Realist. Yes, you're quite like matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
You make me laugh, but I don't know how only other people you.
Not a lot of people.
But you piss a lot of people off.
Well, no, I'd like to go for like Jack D
Yeah.
meets
Yeah.
Mickey Flanagan.
Interesting.
You're not as happy as Mickey
Interesting.
Flanagan.
Well, that's why Jack D's miserable.
Oh right.
And if I meet in the middle,
Yeah.
just
Happy
gotta
medium
just gotta write some jokes and
Sorted.
off I'd go.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
I'll be there.
There
I'm
you
ready.
go. One ticket sold.
I don't know if I'll pay a ticket, but
Yeah.
I'll be there.
It'd have to be a free gig.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Charity gig.
Yeah. Definitely. Right. So we've got massive tangent.
Yep.
As always,
Always.
on here.
As it should be.
What was it when we've mentioned things that have happened at gigs like fights and the worst sort of moments you've had with instruments not working? Where's been the best gig you've had so far?
Oh my gosh, the best gig. To be honest, the one where I did stand up.
Oh really?
Which is so like such a stupid thing, but I think it was like the gig I felt most like confident and like
Yeah.
comfortable. Like I've done some really really good gigs. Like my headlining gig that like Holly Eliza is her actual name, her music name. I know her too well at this point. But she
Don't ruin the illusion.
I know. It's like Hannah Montana. Just gonna take off the wig. It's all gonna happen. Yeah, when she supported, that was a really really good gig as well. Like probably the best our band has like played as well, because we did like guitar solos and keyboard solos. It was just more extravagant.
Yeah.
But the one I did recently, I think, even with like the fact that I just forgot how to play guitar, the crowd was just so nice. Like everyone was so supportive, and I made some like really nice like friends and connections there. And I think that just made such a difference, because I've gone to gigs and like the people that you perform with have been like, "Hi, I'm doing this. I'm playing too," and then they'll be like, "Bye." And they just won't talk to you again. You're like,
yeah, it doesn't help, does it?
Cool.
We've talked about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's just like you expect. It's a networking thing as well. So you imagine
Exactly.
people should like.
Just like even
awkward
just
if you don't.
chatting, like
Yeah.
exactly.
Like you've got your sound check, and from sound check to
You've got nothing until the gig.
no, there's nothing in between. Just stand and have a chat.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I have met some really nice like chatty people. But yeah, it was just so good. Like I really enjoyed it.
You said you forgot how to play guitar on that gig.
Yeah, I just forgot everything.
Is that a nerves thing?
I don't
or
know what it
Was it
was.
just a
Part of me is like, my brain was just so deeply invested in this idea of doing stand-up that it just like crashed every other bit of knowledge that I had. It was just like, oh, we're going to delete these files.
Yeah.
Now you're going to perform stand-up. I thought that was basically what happened.
Do you get nervous when you do gigs?
When I'm with like the band or with Neve, not so much, but when I'm like playing guitar for myself, it's because I took like 5 years out of playing guitar. Mainly because I like fractured my wrist and it really hurt to play for so long. And I only remembered that the other day when I was practicing. I was like, this kind of hurts. I was like, that's why. But yeah, when I only really get nervous when it's like just me up there and I've got to remember the chords to speak and to sing at the same time. It's all just happening. So I get a little bit overwhelmed, but bands and like the band gigs and with Neve, it happens.
Yeah. So what did you were a part of the Islington Radio Festival? Was that the right term for it? Yeah. And the Archway Tavern acoustic sessions as well. So how did you find those? And did you do those on your own, or did you do those as part of the band as well?
So I did the festival with Neve and the one in the Archway Tavern as just me.
Right.
They were both I really enjoyed them.
Sound was good, wasn't it? Manish wrote on the sound.
But so we did the cafe stage, and I've never been in there before, never seen it before. Right. And then she turned up, I was like, well, this is quite cute. This is like quite nice. It was a strange gig, like overall, just because like I didn't know what to expect, and I'd never really played like a festival like that where there's like multiple stages in like such a small space. But it was really good. It was probably one of our best like performances as well, just like overall. And then the one in the Archway Tavern, I really enjoyed that, but I had to borrow a guitar because I have my other guitar is very dodgy. So that was a bit strange because I had no idea. Like I just felt like this is not mine, and it was giant as well. Like this man was like 6 foot tall and had this giant chunky guitar, and I'm like, I need one that's like shrunk.
Never feels the same when it's not your own.
Yeah, it was very strange.
It's a hard thing to describe to someone that doesn't play.
I don't play.
No. But it'd be like, I kind of think of like something to put into comparison, like your phone. If I gave you my phone, you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like things are in different, obviously for the guitar it's the same like setup, but like it just feels like, just feels different.
It's just different.
Yeah.
I had an analogy in my head, I'm not going to say it.
Was it a car by any chance?
Yeah, it was a car. Yes, it was a car. That's cool though. I wanted to. There was a load. There he is. There he is.
I had so many more. I was just thinking, I can't say them.
Through them all.
There were a lot of shut up. There was a lot of good people at the festival. I couldn't get down that weekend to come and see it, unfortunately. But Will Pope played the festival, didn't he? He played. He's coming on at this at some point. I would love to have seen him. Who else was there? There was lots of other people. Put you on the spot, Manish. Go on.
Frankie Morrow, Ella Clayton.
Oh yeah, Ella Clayton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It was a good lineup, and it was a good day from all accounts as well. So yeah, is it going to be an annual thing?
Good.
Yes, if we get more people, because it was like me, Gracie, and Leia.
Oh right, okay. So yeah, hopefully it'll be another thing. But if you want to get involved, keep an eye on the Archway Tavern socials and the Islington Radio socials for next year. Correct? Yes. Yeah. He says yes. He says yes.
That's it. Confirmed.
Right. Confirmed.
Stone.
Everything's happening.
Yeah.
Right. What we'll do? We're gonna have a quick break.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
Not yet. I can't help but notice.
Oh, God.
You're wearing a.
I knew you were going to do this.
You're wearing a Lucetta's band t-shirt.
I very kindly got gifted a t-shirt, and I want to wear it.
Gifted.
It was.
It's a very different time I'm about to do. So I'm going to charge you for the pleasure of it. But
That sounded threatening and nice at the same time.
Throughout the break, you're going to pop outside.
Do you know what? Right, I saw that you put it down there.
You're going to go pop this on for
and
us.
Okay, fine, I will.
And then come back in.
And can I thank you for not making me do it on camera?
I did think that, and then I was like, no, I won't do that to you.
All right, cool.
So part 2, you're going to get changed.
I knew you were going to do this. Okay,
Fabulous.
I will. I'll go put it on.
Do one of those things. Ready? You go and change.
Oh yeah, a little transition.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
So you just screwed that transition up. You're moaning about Matt earlier. No, right, we'll be back. We'll be back in section 2. I'm going to go get changed. Cheers.
Pick one of them.
Fuck's sake. Hi everyone, welcome to the Unsigned podcast. As some of you may know, I'm an ambassador for MATES, which is Mental Health Awareness Through Educational Speaking. They're a peer-to-peer support group. They're based in Essex, but they've got a group on Facebook, and there's a load of great ambassadors out there, all offering out some support. If you want more information, go to their website, weareyourmates.com. But let's get back to the episode.
So there you go, Matt Wherry modelling the latest
Beautiful.
admissions merch.
Yes.
With a snazzy logo on the back.
And
a little
admissions on my tits.
little admissions on the front.
Yeah, I like it.
Not the
Stunning.
first time. What?
What'd you say? Admissions on the front,
I don't know where I was going with that. There you go.
Yeah, good.
That's available. That can be a TikTok if you like.
What? Me just modelling for you?
You
Stunning.
modelling. I quite like it.
You designed it.
Joe, that's the one thing we've done. So we had a band meeting, if you like. Georgia came along because
Because she just got home and you had to spend time with her.
No. Well, no. It was a social thing. We was going around Jack and Kirsty's. We sat there. I was at the table, and she was of everything we've done.
Yep.
This was the one thing that she was genuinely really impressed with. That we sat there and went, "We need a T-shirt. We've got this logo. We don't like it." And within half hour, we had the T-shirt and the logo, and it was all done and ordered online. And she's like, "It's the quickest I've ever seen any of you do anything."
Oh my god.
And she was genuinely really impressed with the
Good.
turnaround of it. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
No, really good. Thank you very much.
So that'll be a tenner.
Great.
Fab.
I'm being serious.
No, I know you are.
I don't know what kind of money the Lucettes are throwing around to be giving you T-shirts, but
You're just jealous you didn't get one.
I think anything from them.
Well, I did, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yes, I'll transfer you a tenner. I still owe you £3.50 for the meal deal from last week. Rock and roll.
Forgot about that. No, it's all right. I'll let you have that one.
Oh, cheers.
There you go. That's the big
Yeah.
discount there.
You can get my meal deal next week.
You're not here next week. I'll get it.
Not yet.
Bring it anyways. You know, in memory, like.
No.
Just sit here holding
Yeah.
the meal deal for you.
What you could have had.
Exactly.
Just leave it on the table till I next come in.
You're in a couple of weeks. Anyway, right,
That'd be nice.
shall we do your dream gig? We've waffled enough
Yes.
about your designing,
Thank you.
but we
I
will move
enjoyed
on
that.
to your... It was good. Well done. Dream gig. So, in this, you will know, as we've previously
It
alluded
was
to...
a while ago,
you-
but yeah.
Was it a long... How long ago was it?
Don't know if it
Do you
feels
know
like
this is the
ages.
24th episode? This has been going for 6 months.
Really?
Jesus.
Mad, isn't it?
Really?
24th episode today.
Fucking hell.
24.
Wow.
That's impressive.
25th, including me and you gassing for an hour and a half.
That's what I mean.
There you go.
That felt a long time ago, but
It was
not 6
May.
months.
What?
Yeah, no, it would have been.
Yeah, May.
Yeah.
It was. Anyway, there we go. There's some lessons for you. So, in this section, we're going to ask you for your dream venue.
Fabulous.
No. I don't know. I'm trying to just like go into the next thing,
Okay,
but you'll
come on.
keep tripping me
No,
up.
I'll let you go.
We do who's going to be at your gig from a headline perspective, main support, opener. You fit on the bill somewhere. You can select 2 other people to be a part of it.
Fab.
We'll go through your rider, and we will also ask you where your after party is going to be. So first and foremost,
Quick fire answers.
not necessarily.
No. God, I'm going to need
We've
to have a
got-
process.
We've got the quick fire bit for section 1 that we didn't get around to because we actually spoke.
Okay.
So we can always go to that
That's first
after.
thing. Let's not spend half hour picking a venue.
Dream venue, go.
The Grand Old Opry in what the hell is it? In America. That's whereas my brain went.
I don't.
It's
believe-
it's in Texas, not Texas. What's the big? Why is my brain now broken on like states in America? It's the
How many states are there?
52.
I thought it was 50.
someone is wrong, someone is right.
Well,
Who knows?
So,
I'm not
Google it,
Googling it. Yeah.
Google it.
But it's
It's 52 weeks in the year.
Oh, that is. I actually knew that. I don't know why I'm so shocked. Oh, what
How weird!
exciting news I've just heard.
Fuck off, is there?
Oh my god, I've
Been
been
a long
miscounting
year.
this whole time. But
New York.
It's not in
California.
New York.
How
No,
many?
it's the not Texas.
Yeah. Texas?
Not
Definitely?
Texas. It's
Oh,
one
no.
of those.
Is
Country.
it like Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah, it's Nashville. There we go.
Right, there we
Why
go.
did my brain just forget Nashville existed? But it's in there. It's a
Right.
stunning like venue. It has like had Dolly Parton perform. I basically just keep outing myself as a country fan at this point.
That's all right. He plays country.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, I do.
You did. We haven't even talked about that yet.
No, we haven't.
We'll get onto it in a bit.
Coming a bit.
But,
So,
yeah, there would be pretty much one of my favourite.
What was it called?
The Grand Old Opry. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
Okay,
It's,
cool.
I could be really wrong, but I know it's a very big thing in
Yeah.
America.
Well, we had the oh Christ, what was it called? The Troubadour in. Are you dancing? Do you need a wee? The Troubadour was mentioned a couple of weeks ago.
Troubadour's really nice.
Yeah, there you go. See, right. So, who is going to be featuring at the gig and where on the lineup? There's you and two others.
Yes.
Support
So me is one
Opener
of them. That's easy.
and headliner. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. So obviously I feel like I have to headline. It just makes sense.
it's your dream gig.
It's my
You do
dream
as you
gig. I
wish.
have to. I guess I should headline. I think Paramore would be there
Nice.
as
Yeah,
the support, but opener. Oh, I don't know.
Eliza May.
She's not here, but I can feel her presence. Like,
I think she felt the same when it was her turn.
yeah.
Well, I would choose Izzii.
But and I was there like I zoned out for a good like 20 minutes. I was like, you talking about me? What's going on? Oh my gosh. Support. My brain went to Charles Gambino, which is very, very random.
That is
Wow.
random.
But,
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen him live. He's amazing. So I feel like he would be really good there as well. And I feel like he could do a really nice like acoustic set. He's done a few really nice covers that I really like. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. It's a very random lineup.
Oh, I like
but
that.
he's
though.
there now.
Say that.
Is
What?
that Donald Glover?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
When he in Lethal Weapon? Oh, it's Danny Glover.
So I always think of. Did you watch the Han Solo film?
Yeah.
Yes.
He played the young Captain. What's his face? Didn't he? Can't think of
What's
his
this?
name. That's where he stands at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I can't.
I know the guy.
think of
I
his name.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can't remember.
He
his
played a
name.
character in that
He
film.
did.
played a character
in
in
a
that
Star
film.
Wars film. There you go.
Cover track you mentioned. What would be your cover track if you were to do it at your dream gig?
If I wanted to put Paramore in my lineup, and my Paramore would have been my go-to. Actually, I'd probably cover one of Shania Twain's songs. I wouldn't know which one.
So you're going. So
Very country.
yeah, again.
Yeah, it's
nothing I
not
write
that way,
is country
No,
as
it's
well.
not.
But I think it's just because like that's what like I've always grown up upon, and
okay.
like it really holds like a very important place in my heart. And Shania Twain's like my go-to artist when I feel like shit.
Yeah.
So I'd probably choose one of her songs, probably jazz it up a little bit, but yeah,
Where does that country love come from?
my dad, pretty much. My dad listened to, mainly Shania Twain, also ABBA. That doesn't count as country, obviously, but
Not really.
he has like a
No.
very like eclectic sort of music taste, and we used to listen to it a lot. And I used to sing it in the car loads, and it became very comforting. And then years later, he started getting into very strange country music with this thing called on auto harp, which is like I don't know if you know it or if anyone knows it, but he listens to very like odd music like that. Like there's an artist called Alison Krauss, which makes kind of comedy country songs, like
Right.
very folky. So it's basically just been all I've listened to for most of my life, and I really like it.
So you say you listen to Shania Twain if you're feeling a bit shit.
Yes.
What is your I feel shit go-to music? Or is there an album? Or is there a playlist?
Yeah. I think like Chaz and Dave.
See, again, what?
Yeah.
That was your dad's. Not Dad, Chaz and Dave.
My
But
dad weren't Chaz.
no, but you didn't. The first concert you went to was a Chaz and Dave concert. So
was,
we're
yeah.
feeling a lot of
Interesting.
like dad stuff here.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it did. Yeah, it's stuff that you've grown up with, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be something that I've heard
Although
recently.
mine's not.
Is it not?
No.
New metal or something like that.
Mine's like Limp Bizkit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one though. That's a good one.
That's not a cheer up song. That's like a.
No, exactly.
Anger.
what I mean.
Like,
Like,
oh,
when
I'm
you feel
annoyed.
like shit.
yeah, when you feel like shit, you put
You
something
can-
to shit
Oh,
or
I
like.
thought I was going for something that's going to lift the mood slightly.
Oh no, I would say that's still a good choice. Like it's kind of like a fuck it song.
Yeah, it literally is called Fuck It.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. Yeah. That album, that mentioned a few times on here. But I would go to that if I was feeling crap.
It would cheer you up if you liked it enough, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You'll never walk alone.
No, that would depress me.
Always goes on.
very
If I'm feeling
depressing,
slowed
yeah.
down.
Take me home to United Road, to the place where I belong.
The hands like cabaret. Like what is that?
We're ahead of you in the table.
Yeah.
No.
Let's just checking it's Coke, not zero sugar as well.
Yeah. Rock and roll. Although I know this is a bit of a tangent, I haven't stopped listening
never.
to the Skinner Brothers Soul Boy 2. I haven't stopped listening to it.
You like that?
Really like
Have we spoke about it on here?
I think we spoke about it
Last-
briefly last
yeah.
week because
it
it scared
have.
me how much we was moaning about him trying to beat us up.
Since seeing them, I've stopped listening to them.
You need to listen
But
again.
I've kept Away Days and Nothing But an Actor on my
There's
liked
I think there's
songs.
better tracks on that album. When you listen to it again, Away Days is cool, but I think even like Mountain High, the first one, that drummer, I think need to re-listen.
Yeah, it sounds really harsh. I've got no reason to listen to them.
Not everything needs a reason, Rob.
No. But there's so much music out there. Like for example, if I was coming to watch one of your gigs, I would go through I'd cane anything on Spotify just so I knew the songs, and you become not obsessed with the songs, but you learn the songs.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
enjoy
You need
them.
to at least know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
You know,
like we did when we went to see Skinner Brothers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and put this in a nice way. But once I've seen you, like there'll be one or two
No,
songs that will go on my playlist, and I'll go right. Who's next? Oh,
no,
we're going to
I
see
do the
that.
same
Bam, bam,
thing.
bam, bam.
Like my friend does the
I've got a
same
good
thing.
set list.
They'll go to gigs and she'll not listen to the artist for like months afterwards. She's like, I've seen them, and then her brain just kind of goes like, "That's enough."
Yeah, no, you do.
I've
Yeah.
got to go
I
to
think
something
the-
else for a
I think the
bit.
thing is for me, right? Since I've been doing Unsigned, and that's the radio show and obviously the podcast, I've listened to so much unsigned stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to a lot of mainstream stuff, really. So when like people send me new tracks, I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this has been massive. Like, it's been out for ages. Like, fuck,
you
I've been
sure?
I haven't listened to it. But with the Skinner Brothers, it was almost like that was the first. I don't know if they're signed or unsigned. I still haven't looked. But
I'd love to get them on.
but they're not emerging artists as such. They've just done their own UK tour, so they're doing pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
But it was like that's the most mainstream thing I've listened to and actually enjoyed in quite a while. I don't think at the moment there's a lot of sort of mainstream stuff out there really grabbing my attention because I'm probably looking at the unsigned stuff so much.
Yes.
I think there is just. Well, I mean, all mine comes from my release radar on Spotify,
Right.
and then on Spotify you can go onto like an artist page and click on the artist radio.
Oh, the radio is such a good feature. Yeah.
It is, yeah. So it's like it suggests bands that are similar to Admissions, of which if I write we write the songs, the kind of music you like. So the other bands that are similar are normally up your street.
No, that's fair enough. I maybe should do that more, but I don't. Who would be your special guest to duet with at your dream gig?
Jesus Christ. Who would be my? Oh.
And you can't say Hayley Williams because
She's already there.
Yeah.
She's just taking
It'd make it easier, logistically.
She's already
Bring her
there.
back on.
That's what you want for a
Let's
dream
bring her
gig.
on.
Logistics.
Yeah. Tamia would be quite a cool one because I don't know if many people know her. I love her songs. They're like one of my favorite to like sing to because they're like proper singing songs. Like they are shower songs. You go all out to them. And I would probably I'd definitely bring her on stage and she would have a great time. Obviously.
Obviously.
Shower songs. Do you sing in the shower?
I'm not really in there long enough.
not energy prices nowadays.
You don't
Exactly.
have to be showering. You just stand in there and sing. You know.
The acoustics are great.
Yeah.
No, I don't sing in the shower. Although I did start. I have so I sent you a TikTok the other day of it was there's a pint of Guinness and someone like pokes an eye into it and then they blow into the mouth and it is Slipknot. What's the fucking song called?
Don't know.
It basically, it's like, it just makes me laugh. So I've been singing that quite a lot because it just made me laugh. Anyway, on your rider, you can have two choices. I don't know where I was going with that. Two choices on your rider, which will be waiting for you in your dressing room at the place I can't pronounce.
Yep.
In Nashville.
Nashville, yeah.
Yeah, what would you choose? It can be anything you wish. It can be food, drink,
Food is going to be
puppies.
the go-to. Oh my God, can I have a cat? That would be amazing.
Have you got a cat?
No, I don't. My family have a cat.
What's your cat called?
Lily.
We used to have a cat. Died.
Oh God. It's not upbeat and cheery, yeah.
I did used to have a cat. It was, yeah.
I don't know where to lead with that.
No, neither do I, to be honest. This coke's gone to my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it can be anything you want.
Anything I want is such a huge thing.
Well, what would be your favourite food? Like,
my favourite food. Oh my God, I love food. Pizza, probably.
Yeah, I love pizza. There's a good pizza
Pizza.
place 2 doors over from here.
Is there?
You
gonna
eating
note
there,
that.
Manish? Wake up. You eating at the pizza place?
Smells good.
Oh, good. That's a
He's
good.
gone from dancing round. To
I know. It's like it's
Gonna take a
crashed.
nap, it's fine.
It's crashed so quickly.
But yeah, good pizza. I like pizza.
Yeah, pizza would probably be my main thing because it's just so good. And
Would you want that before you go on though?
yes,
Oh, okay, fine.
living life on the edge here.
All right, sorry.
Because you can have it
It'll be
like.
warm, won't it? You want it. You don't want it cold once you come off stage.
No, I
Nice.
was about to say like
Yeah.
I would have it warm and cold. Like it would be.
It is definitely.
It's fine either way.
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely like a have it the next morning thing
Yeah.
if you need to.
Yeah, exactly.
What, cold?
Yeah.
I always,
I have had it cold, but I
Oh.
probably would. I know I probably would eat it cold.
I
yeah.
always warm it up and eat it with a knife and fork.
You fucking weirdo.
I'm sorry, I'm going to retract that statement from my brain. Like,
Well, no,
a
because-
knife and fork.
Yeah, the next morning. Or whenever you next come to eat, because you warm it up that much. Obviously, because you have to reheat it through.
You don't have to.
You should do.
Okay,
if you
fine.
got
Well, it depends what you got on it, doesn't it? Yeah.
yeah, at which point it gets really hot and soggy, doesn't it, and flappy. Like, yeah,
You're right there.
that's my slice of pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, it goes like
very
you-
visual.
You pick your pizza up and it just goes falls down.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, which way said? Just a knife and fork and
Oh God. Right. Okay. Fine. No. Yeah,
don't
I
know.
understand what you mean because it's hot. But yeah. Right. What food don't you? Chinese again. I could do that with Chinese.
Yeah,
but
you
I
could
have
do that
obviously
with
have to heat that up.
what cold?
Yeah.
No, I have to heat that up.
Oh.
But yeah, Chinese next morning.
Knife and
Chinese
fork.
next morning. To us, most takeaways, I think you'd be all right
Someone
with.
told me about like when you have fish and chips, right? And you don't reheat the fish. Obviously,
No.
you just eat that. But the chips, you try and do that the next morning. They never quite come out the same.
No, they go a bit hard, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm not a fan.
I never really have enough takeaway left over to keep.
Greedy.
Or it's just
I don't blame you, you know. It's the purpose of it. You've got to eat it.
Yeah. No, I know.
Why
we
stop?
We used to order too much. Now we've got the kids and they eat it all. So
I
it's
did it
fine.
the other night on the way home
Yeah.
from the gig the other night. I stopped at so Georgia drove. We drove separately. So I'm eating at home with it. I'm just going to stop and get some food. So I haven't eaten anything. Okay,
What gig was that?
Louis' gig.
Oh right. Yeah.
So I got large chips, large box of doner meat,
Interesting.
Which could be any animal.
Yeah,
ever.
literally, that is
nice.
most
And that's
stressful meal
what
on the planet.
Georgia knew about.
Right.
And then
You get some like driving food as well.
basically, yeah. And then on the way home, I ate a Savoy while I was driving along.
Did you?
So she goes in the car next day. She's like, "Why is there wrappers on the floor?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
I've done that. I've done that a
been
couple
there.
of times after leaving here. So like sometimes when we do this podcast, we have started later, and then we don't finish until like 11
Late.
o'clock or whatever, right? So like on the way home, I get quite hungry, so I have stopped at McDonald's a couple of times. But then the morning after, Charlotte, like on a Wednesday morning, Charlotte usually uses my car to go to work,
Yeah.
and I always have to make sure I
Minute-
cleared
yeah,
it out.
No
before she gets
evidence.
it. Nope.
No evidence.
Gone. Not having that.
It was never there. Never happened.
Because they know. They always.
They
know.
always know.
Yeah.
They always
Yeah.
know. What's your second choice on your rider?
Oh, chamomile tea. Very different.
Very different. Is that for vocal
can't-
cord perspectives, or
Yeah.
just because you like it?
I really like it as well. I find it really calming. And I have like very bad anxiety, so I feel like I'd need something quite like relaxing on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Probably with some honey in it, which isn't very vegan,
Just a
but this is
fight
why
of
we
pizza.
live.
It's like back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
like-
literally.
It would be vegan if they donated it off their own back, I suppose.
Exactly. But I don't know how that's going to
No,
happen.
I don't either. Yeah, just donate it to you.
Logistically, like,
It's a dream gig.
Yeah, yeah.
So they just buzz in,
yeah, they just drop it off.
donate. Yeah.
Say good luck and then they leave.
like a blood drive.
Yeah, honey drive.
Honey
Yeah.
drive. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Get the
So
word out.
New business venture.
Are you vegan then?
I am. Yes.
Wicked Kitchen.
Love him. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the paella before we came
Yeah.
into here.
Really good.
Really, really nice. Not that I'm vegan, but I
No.
dabble.
Wicked Kitchen. I had one of their Easter eggs. at
Say
Christmas.
again?
Wicked Kitchen, you said.
Yeah,
didn't you?
what did you say after that?
I had one of their Easter eggs.
Oh, that's what it sounded like to me in my headphones.
I had one of their Easter eggs.
You sound like a kid doing the alphabet. LMLP.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Louise gig, it went well?
Yes, thank you.
So not supported, that's the wrong term.
Joined in.
Joined in.
Did you? Joined in.
You played
I was
bass for
there.
Louise Parker
Yes, for her band, for her Hotbox gig last week
on Friday.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Just gone.
And it was, how did that compare to like an admissions gig?
Very
Yeah.
different. Not as heavy.
Well, no, obviously, but I meant more.
Didn't touch my distortion pedal once.
How did that? Did you want to though? Did you
I pressed it in sound check just to see how it.
just to wind her up?
and I got some strong looks.
They don't ride their horses through the.
Yeah. Muse comes in.
Yeah.
No, it was good. Didn't use any of my pedals other than the tuner, which was nice just to leave them alone.
Yeah.
It was a different crowd. It was nice to play to a gig that has, without doing disrespect to admissions, thank you, but a stronger fan base.
Yeah, well, she's been going for.
She has, yeah, she's been a long time. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Louise Parker at all.
She's
I
very,
have,
she's
yeah,
very,
no, I
very
have.
country.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
She is
there
Miss
you go.
Country.
I'm
It's very
ready.
country.
Should've
But
been there.
it was nice to, there was just a room full of people that just loved her stuff, that knew the words, that
Yeah.
sang along, that asked for the set list afterwards, that wanted pictures and all that kind of, not with me, but I mean with her.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it was nice to do a gig from, I don't know if you feel this, when you do your own gigs, you have a certain, not pressure, to bring people along.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah. It was nice to do that this time and go, no one's here. Not there was people there, but not care who turned up because it wasn't my gig.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. You're just worried about your performance on the night. Sort of.
Yeah, session musician, I think the phrase
That
is.
is the term I
Yeah.
was trying to think of earlier, because I know that when we've had B. Arnold in before, she said that she has essentially got a drummer and a guy who plays guitar or bass, I can't remember, and then he comes. She literally pays them, they do their job, and that's that.
Yeah, I think it gave me a new respect for session musicians as well.
Do you find it's potentially more difficult to do that? Because obviously with the emission stuff, you're writing your own. This is your stuff. So when you're going in and having to learn people's tracks,
It was more try not to tread on the toes of what they've done. In
Right.
a way of, you follow the track, you play the track how it's supposed to be played. But you don't want to go and play the track how it's played and then add your own twist to it, because that might not be what they want.
which is the opposite to you, right? Because if you didn't have like parts written for
Yeah.
a band, what did you do? Was it a case of just go for it?
Yeah, literally. Because like my drums weren't like proper live drums; they're all loops and stuff. Because I'm not going to program drums. I don't want to do that for myself. So my drummer Lauren, when we like started the band, she was like, "There's so many hi hats." I was like, "Please don't put all the hi hats in. I don't want you to have a panic attack on stage." So yeah, pretty much everyone gets like a little bit of like creative license with their parts. Especially when we write new stuff now, because I now just take songs to them and go, enjoy.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't flop. But it's actually been all right when you do stuff like that with the band, because we kind of like change the songs that I've got and sort of just adjust them slightly. We've added like a few different parts in and things like that, and added breaks and stuff that weren't there, and we've been a little bit more like creative. So it's nice when like, I like it when I go to gigs where I've listened to the song, but when I see it live, it's different. So I try and do that with my songs as well. Like, even with Hoodies, when I put that out, that's so different to when we do it live as well. So
Yeah, I was going to say, how does that work with a band? Because it sound on the actual record, it sounds like still very synthy and stuff.
yeah,
as well.
because I produced it, because that can't be taken away from me. So we went to like the studio, recorded the drums, bass, guitar, and then I got Matt to like just play the synth lines that I was like kind of singing at him, because I find it really hard sometimes to get my brain to like function.
Right.
Where I'm like singing something to myself and I'm like, I just can't find it. Whereas because he's like classically trained and like he just can do things that I physically don't know how he
Every
does.
band needs one.
I hate people at classic.
You're gonna hate me. I'm so sorry.
They're just
This
so
is not
talented.
a safe space. But
I'm not trained in anything, so I won't worry about it.
there you go. But yeah, so I pretty much then had like creative license once we got all like the proper instruments down.
Yeah.
I could add in like loads of synth parts and extra vocals and things like that, and then I mixed it myself, so it was still going to have like essence from my like old sound, because I really like the sort of like synth leads, and it makes it a little bit more like floaty, I guess. And most of my songs are probably going to have that, and I really need to figure out a way to bring it live. But financially, that's not viable at the minute.
Matt's on keys. Can't he do?
So it's like some of it, but it's like the sounds and stuff, I think.
Right.
And there's like quite a few different.
You need like an Ableton launch pad or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
so
this, but...
yeah, that's what I've been thinking of, something like that, where I can just like set up the loop and things, because a lot of the chords as well, there's like 5 of them, all having a different sound,
right?
With slightly different reverbs, with delay and stuff. So there's like a few parts he could play, but when it comes to actually
well, putting them on a loop is a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. That was like,
you can do that while you're, because if you're not necessarily playing and you're there, you've got a launch pad there, and
I can just hit it.
Yeah, and then when you're ready, bang.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like my main goal at some point, to do that.
I used to have a launch pad, but I never really did anything with it.
No?
No.
You still got it? You still got it?
No, I sold it. It was one of those Christmas presents that I got. Yeah, sorry. It was one of those Christmas presents I go, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna,
yeah.
I think I listened to a bit of Skrillex and I was like, I could do that. And then it never developed.
As far as it went.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
It's the passion. That's all you need sometimes. Don't need to follow through with anything.
Mate,
It's always Christmas presents as well.
It's a fancy one.
That you always get and you go, I'm going to do something with this for
yeah.
Christmas.
No, but it was I asked for it. It wasn't like a random gift.
Oh, yeah, you got to ask for it.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of like passion projects that don't really, like, they go, oh yeah, we're going to do that. And then like, da-da. Da-da. So yeah, it works. Did you, chamomile tea.
Yeah. Why did we get...
Is that where we came from that?
I disagree. I don't know how we started that point ended here. None of that happened.
Right, think of gig tour bin.
Yeah.
After party. Where would your after party be?
Oh, I don't know. Oh God, I'm gonna have to.
You can go anywhere in the world. Bearing in mind,
we're gonna be traveling. Where the hell would it be?
Have you been to the States?
I have. I went to New York.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really like it, but I was there.
It's very busy.
It's so busy, and everyone was so grumpy.
Yeah, it's like being in London on like generally. I'm not.
It was like out and about in London, but it was worse. Like, it was worse. It was horrible.
Full of Americans. Worst.
And like, from the cliche, I thought they would all be so happy. But I don't know where my after party was. I'm not really a party person.
You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a party as such. Like,
mine would be probably going home.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
My ideal situation would be to go home with people that I like.
That helps.
And just chill.
Don't go home with people you don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that.
That's just the usual, but ideally there'd be on a made up
Like, the last few times I've gone home, I keep taking random people that I really don't like with me. I need to start changing that.
Change that.
Yeah. That's
if you
what
take
I'm going
anything
wrong
away
in
from
life.
this podcast, take that.
Shit. That's where I was going wrong.
Have you got a gig tour bin?
I have, yeah. I'm going to try and go down the country line.
Okay, fine. Should we explain what it is first?
Yes, you can.
Okay, fine.
Yes, pretty good. Right, it's this. Go for it. Yeah.
So it's like Snog, Marry, Avoid, but for musicians.
Okay.
Right? So you can gig with someone for one night. You can go on a worldwide year-long tour with them, or you have to get all their music and put it in the bin. So he's going to give you 3 options, and you need to choose to gig, tour, or bin.
One of them is just a stab in the dark.
Okay.
Okay, so I got Shania Twain.
Yeah,
Yep.
fair enough, yeah.
Neve.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't put...
It's Neve.
Right, okay. Do your third. I might replace that one. Go on.
Why? What's wrong with
Because
that one?
Neve's like a friend of hers that supports her.
I know.
And
That's why I'm going with this.
Okay.
And then the second one, I could be a lot harsh, but I won't be.
Go on.
The second one is like a country pop line. I'm just going to go Taylor Swift because I struggle to think of anyone else.
Okay, fine. So you've gone Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Swift.
Neve,
Neve.
and Shania Twain.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to change Taylor Swift to who's the girl?
She can't put her friend in the bin.
I was going to give her 2 friends. Make her choose.
Oh my God, son
Was it-
Can you tell he never got this
Was it
opportunity?
Eliza? Was that
Eliza, mate,
Eliza,
yeah.
Matt, Eliza, or Neve? There we go. Let's play that game.
No, let's show you. Change Neve for someone who's a more mainstream. I don't mean you're not mainstream, Neve. I just mean I don't want her to put you in the bin because I quite like you. We are going to go Shania Twain, Taylor Swift, and
I'm drawing blanks on artists today.
Yeah, we're trying to...
Well, I tell you, that's it. When we do this, usually
I haven't prepped this.
so many artists come up in discussion when we talk about influencers and stuff.
Chaz and Dave.
And I'm not going anywhere near the bin.
Okay, Shania Twain And we will go for, what do you ever say? Christ, this is dragging this one.
It's
Go
hard,
on.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is hard.
It is hard.
I can't think of any
I can't,
country
but
artist.
It doesn't have to be country. I
Well,
love that you've chosen
No.
specifically country.
We've gone through genre we know nothing about.
Hayley Williams.
Okay, Hayley Williams,
Jesus Christ.
So we'll go
Shania
we'll go
Twain.
Paramore.
And Taylor Swift.
and Taylor
Paramore,
Swift.
yeah.
Paramore, not Hayley Williams. Paramore specifically.
It's more, yeah.
No, go Hayley.
What's like what?
Because I feel like Hayley's going to be a more difficult decision for her.
Oh no, I've already got my bin artist. It's Taylor Swift.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Straight in the bin.
Miley Cyrus instead of Taylor.
Oh, no, that is actually. I find that so
She's
much
a bit
harder.
country.
There you go. It's done. We'll go with that.
We're there. We found her. Miley Cyrus is probably one of the most mentioned pop stars on here.
Along with Harry Styles.
Yeah, that was just last week, though. And Arctic
That's
Monkeys.
enough.
Yeah.
Once is enough. Okay, Miley Cyrus does make it hard.
Miley Cyrus,
Yeah.
Shania Twain,
And it's been.
and Hayley
That's one that stuck in my
Williams.
mind.
Bin.
Bin,
So all of the work they've ever done goes in
tour.
the bin. Tour, world long tour, year-long world tour,
Yep.
or one night gig.
I'd probably tour with Miley Cyrus. Oh, God. Now I've got Paramore and Shania Twain. I'm going to put you in the bin.
Oh.
I just feel so wrong.
That doesn't impress
No,
her.
no.
Ah, well.
Right, I'm done.
Go home.
We waited an hour and a bit for that.
Stand up, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
There's it.
You wrote that one down, ready for
yeah.
anything. Been sitting on it for a while. And then,
So Shania's in the bin.
Shania's
You're going
in the
on tour
bin.
with Miley,
yeah,
and then you're doing a gig with Paramore or
Yeah.
Hayley.
yeah.
Good choices.
Probably is the right answers.
I feel like Shania Twain, I just wouldn't enjoy, like, I've seen her live. I'd love her. I've loved her set live. But, like, a world-long tour, I just don't know.
I feel like she
Don't
wouldn't
give-
stick around for it. Like, she'd do a gig, her performance, then I'll go off.
Off she
somewhere.
goes.
Yeah.
Whereas Miley would be quite fun as well.
Miley I think, would be really, really fun.
She'd be like, do you want some of this? She'd be like, no. No. No, we've still got like 7 countries to do.
Yeah. I need to calm down.
She's she's been mentioned on here a couple of times, I think. Right, I think. Oh, I was going to ask you. Your next gig coming up is
I think about that. The 11th November is with Hot Vox.
Yep.
No,
It's a road trip and
it's a road trip. Thing is, it's the same venue. I've got 2 in November, one on the 11th and one on the 20th.
right.
And my brain was like, which way round is that?
This is the one with Jack.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, Jack
Oh.
Critchlow on the 11th.
On the
and
11th.
Momo and the Minutes.
So
That is exactly
very good to know. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Thank you so much for telling me.
You're very welcome. And you can find tickets available on Izzie's bio on Instagram, which is
Izzii Grace. I've changed it because I like to throw people off.
Yeah, I just started to say it. I thought that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I changed it recently because people keep calling me Grace, which is fine. Because I went through like a period where I was like, do I really like the name Izzie? Which is my own name. But I was like, do I like it? Do I
Well, that's
really
what we've
like it?
introduced you as.
But yeah, it's like my music name. And then I went through a point where I was like, maybe I should change it. So I was like, I'll test the water, see how I feel when people call me Grace. Didn't really like it that much. So I went back to it and I keep people on their toes. So
Right, so please tell everyone what your actual name is on Instagram and stuff.
Izzii Grace _Hun. So it's the same,
Oh,
but with
okay,
Izzie
fine.
instead, which is IZZII. Once again, causing problems.
Because you changed it.
yeah. And yeah, I have a gig on the 11th of November.
Yeah.
With Hot Fox. I was right.
I didn't know if it was with Hot Fox or not, but I just got the artist written down.
No, I was right. I just got 2 and my brain just went, which one? It's
Right.
with my band. So
It's with your band.
It's with my
on
band.
the 11th of November.
yes.
At Road Trip and is that the one in Shoreditch? You said?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been there a lot. It's like it's the only venue I keep being given.
We went to the Underbelly, which is where I saw Neve.
Yeah.
And then there's a Coloured Hoxton, which is literally a couple of doors over from that, where Ocean Floors played the other week with
Yeah.
Katie the Kings. So, yeah.
Yeah,
lots of
Shoreditch
venues
is-
around
From
there.
doing this podcast, I'm starting to learn there's so many venues about that I don't know about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like a nice little
there is.
surprise.
But because you're from Chelmsford,
Yeah.
there's only 1 or 2 that we really know about in there. It would have to take a lot for you guys to come and do a gig in London, I suppose.
Even just to go watch an unsigned gig
Oh, right,
somewhere.
okay.
Like it's a trek.
As long as the trains are working,
Yeah.
it's
is that,
fine.
And
yeah.
Shoreditch is a horrible one because once you get up Old Street, you're bloody lost. So because it's got the roadworks like right in the middle,
Yeah.
and you've got to do a huge loop, and you're like, I don't know which way is the right way in the slightest.
No, we made our way there, but it was a bit of a pain in the ass. We go to Liverpool Street, walk from Liverpool Street, you're fine.
Yeah.
Ow.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Right. Are we done? Is that everything? Is
I
there anything
assume
else to
so.
plug?
Don't think
No.
so.
No, where can they find you on Spotify?
Under Izzii Grace.
Under Izzii Grace.
Under Izzii Grace.
That's
my
where you can
name.
find her.
For now.
My brain has been completely fried by this whole conversation.
Sorry. Go on then.
I'm still trying to work out how we got from tea. To
Yeah, exactly.
tea.
I
Still
think I
processing
threw a
this.
tangent here.
Yeah. My go.
You go.
Sure.
You can go, yeah.
Stand up again.
Oh, God. We still got space in there.
Still got space. Right. Admissions t-shirts. They're out now. Front and back. They look really good. They got a sick ass autumnal logo. Is that a word?
Autumnal.
Autumnal.
I can't see the back, but yeah.
Well, trust me, it looks good. Matt, they cost a tenner. Matt's going to pay his tenner for the privilege.
I'm for the real deal.
And yeah, just go on. Yeah, £13.50 coming my way. Yeah,
Bowling.
just go on Spotify, search admissions. Bam.
Bam.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
I
And
would have said.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
there's
go
a
on.
new there's a new single coming out.
oh, is it?
Oh.
It's a remix of Aqua Tofana.
Oh, is that one? Is that?
I think's what you've heard, but it's
Okay.
out on the 28th, and I won't be here before then.
No. Okay. Well, remind me, and we'll plug
You
it
can
nearer
plug
the
it
time.
next
week. Yeah.
We'll plug it nearer the time. If you're an unsigned band or artist and you want to get your music on Unsigned or on Future Hits, go to either of their websites, unsignedmusic.uk or futurehits.co.uk. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I was going to say you're watching this on Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, do us a favour, give it a subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, Apple iTunes and all that sort of stuff, Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or any of those, give it a like and go and find us on YouTube as well. That's going to wrap us up. Izzii, thank you very
Beautiful.
much.
Thank you
for
so much for
coming in.
having me and
It's been a
confusing my
laugh.
brain.
That's fine. That's what we do.
That's all I needed.
Manish, thank you very much. Robert,
Beautiful.
speak to you later.
Been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure. Bye, everyone. We will see you next week.
Ow.
Bye.
The Unsigned Podcast.